Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Wednesday, February 10th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 722 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Trump impeachment trial, live, lawyers blasted for terrible job as former president screams at TV. You're too young, but Ohio officer hailed as hero for talking down armed robbery suspect without violence. Dominion says it had to hire detective to track down Sidney Powell to serve her with its $1.3 billion lawsuit. Notorious Giuliani witness Melissa Caroni said she's running for a state house seat in Michigan. Trump broke them, now the pandemic is bringing them together. Polar vortex to unleash frigid Arctic blast. Search ends after missing girl abducted from KZ Hotel is found safe, officials say. Steve Bannon says Trump's impeachment strategy is not working, change is needed and needed now. Britney Spears shares message following release of NIT documentary. Donald Trump's second impeachment is vital, even if he again walks away scot-free. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Stock futures rise ahead of inflation data, The Wall Street Journal. Impeachment trial puts Trump back in the spotlight. That might not be a good thing for him, USA Today. A French nun survived the Spanish flu and both world wars. Now she's beaten COVID-19 days before she turns 117, Washington Post. Chicago Teachers Union agreed to reopening deal for in-person learning, Fox News. Wizard of Oz remake being planned by New Line Cinema, Fox Business. Raw irritated wins tie war in New Zealand Parliament, The New York Times. Vaccine versus variant, promising data in Israel's race to defeat pandemic, Yahoo News. Wisconsin Dem governor not sure he'll attend Biden event next week, report, Fox News. Leak, OnePlus 9 series battery details revealed, will have charger in box, Android Authority. Reddit user who leaked Tesla's Bitcoin investment news was just high, Yahoo Finance. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Teachers Union approves deal with Chicago schools to return to class. IKEA has an ambitious plan to make its cheap furniture last forever. The best skincare products for dark skin, according to dermatologists. 5 habits you should avoid first thing in the morning. Why sitting down all day isn't as bad for your health as you fear. Can a novel capture how badly the internet has broken our brains? What 4 cardiologists eat in a day for a healthy heart? Colbert has a funny theory about Trump's rambling impeachment lawyer. Jack Black is your new God of Thunder in Wild Thor video. Matt Dow reveals the words Trump's attorney used that a client never wants to hear. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Bakery sell cookies to help girls' dream come true. 14-foot snow sculpture of Lincoln Memorial created. New postal scam targets businesses. Janitor with cerebral palsy receives state title ring. Debate arises over Coon Rapids name change. Inmate back in custody after month of hiding. Twin sisters deliver baby same time, same hospital. It's so cold, rare pancake ice is forming. Firefighter injured, 5 displaced after fire. Teen W terminal diagnosis looks to inspire others. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. After a brutal winter rise, U.S. virus deaths are declining. Why SPACs could leave investors in the cold. What will it take to reopen schools? How long can democracy survive QAnon and its allies? China's Mars mission is up next to orbit the red planet. I'm not a cat, says lawyer having Zoom difficulties. The many abuse accusations against a housing executive. The new alliance shaping the Middle East is against a tiny bug. Ray McGuire has it all. He still wants to be New York City mayor. In Canada, Americans are missed, with limits. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Bachelor star Ben Higgins reveals how faith has guided him through addiction, reality TV fame. Peter Hoekstra, Intel community to target Americans, here's what we must do to safeguard liberties. Djokovic holds off Schiaffo, reaches third round in Australia. Venus finishes Australian Open loss on injured ankle, knee. White Cloud scores late, lifts Vegas to 5-4 win over Ducks. Sharks score late, then sink Kings 4-3 in shootout. Suter scores winner as Blackhawks edge Stars 2-1 in OT again. Lillard has 36 and Portland bounds Orlando 106-97. Hart gives Pelicans a boost in 130-101 win over Rockets. Number 14 West Virginia sweeps number 7 Texas Tech with 82-71 win. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Wednesday, February 10th. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Rare yellow lobster named Banana caught off Maine. Pebble Beach Golf Links profile, simply one of the best courses in the world. I'm here live, I'm not a cat, Texas attorney struggles to remove cat filter during Zoom court hearing. Denver high school student gives feminine hygiene products to homeless women. New Jersey man creates 14-foot snow sculpture of Lincoln Memorial in front yard. Bretman Rock on MTV's Following, Bretman Rock. When I first started, the word influencer wasn't even a thing. We all need to be a little distrustful. Colorado schools could soon teach kids how to differentiate between fake news and credible media. Get everyone out of the house. Teacher saves the day over Zoom after virtual class interrupted by fire. Texas Representative Ron Wright dies after contracting COVID-19. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Domestic abusers who threaten to share explicit images of their partners will become criminals. Britney Spears breaks silence amid documentary drama and says she is trying to be a normal person. Coronavirus UK, call for probe into spike in care home deaths. Farmers charging dog walkers up to $20 an hour for secure place to walk their pooches. Keisha Lenhart dead, Model X of Jerome Boateng found dead in Berlin apartment. KPMG accountants who have been WFH amid crisis are told to stop moaning. Horde of old photo slides left at Shetland's tip give glimpse into island's past. Husky lets out ear-splitting howls of protest as dog groomer gives him a bath. Heartbreaking image shows woman with broken hip days before she died after contracting COVID on ward. 16-year-old Kenyan stowaway's 4,800-mile journey hidden inside landing gear. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Did we underestimate Russia's vaccine? Polish media blackout pages to protest tax they say stifles independent press. Sri Lanka to allow burial of COVID-19 victims following ban. EU top official regrets mistakes over vaccine export gaffe. Ghana suspends parliament amid a surge in COVID-19 cases. Pakistan suspends winter ascents after 3 climbers go missing. 8 sentenced to death in Bangladesh for killing publisher. They were accused of plotting to overthrow the Modi government. The evidence was planted, a new report says. United Arab Emirates hope probe reaches Mars orbit. What we know about how the coronavirus started, and why it matters. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's US news feed. Emerging markets hit wreck, Orthies amid economic recovery hopes, Business Live. Coronavirus Live news, WHO mission member says don't rely too much on US virus intelligence. China birth rate slumps as experts blame changing attitudes. California law would ban NDAs in cases of harassment or discrimination. Senate votes to proceed with Trump's impeachment trial first thing. The Oxford jab is less protective against the South African variant, but that's no disaster. Can Addis Ababa stop its architectural gems being hidden under high-rises? Tokyo governor to boycott Olympics meeting over sexism row. How West Virginia's decade of bad luck steeled it to fight COVID. Biden takes action on anti-immigrant policies but Trump's influence hovers. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Union approves deal with Chicago schools to return to class. 1 dead, 4 injured, suspects arrested after Minnesota health clinic shooting, police. Aunt Jemima announces new name, removes racial stereotypes from product. South Africa scraps AstraZeneca vaccine, will give J&J jabs. Myanmar protesters back on streets despite police violence. Trump at Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach has other issues to consider. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Myanmar coup, woman shot at protest fights for life. COVID, EU's von der Leyen admits vaccine rollout shortcomings. New Zealand Parliament says ties not mandatory after Maori MP ejected. Trump impeachment, Senate says trial is constitutional and can go ahead. Trump defenders rambling Senate speech slated. Heineken cuts 8,000 jobs after COVID hits sales. Myanmar coup, pools and princesses as protesters go all out. Dance label R&S records accused of racial discrimination. Twitter's extraordinary year sees record revenues. Letter from Africa, how a textbook exposed a rift in Sudan's new government. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. How much rent relief will I get? You're more likely to get help if you're white and live in rural America. Gunman kills 1, injures 4 at Minnesota clinic, cops say suspect unhappy with medical care. No clear motive after gunman shoots 5 in Minnesota. WHO team says virus likely jumped 2 humans from animals, California set to pass New York in death toll, latest COVID-19 updates. On this day, February 10, 1942. Fishermen rescued from ice on Lake Superior. AP Top Stories February 10th. Etiquette and intimacy scenes in Bridgerton. AP explains, tax season and the pandemic. Virus affects small businesses as Mardi Gras nears. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Biden faces California roadblock in school reopening push. Fleeing police, man changes clothes inside store and leaves before officers arrive. Oil spill at Chevron refinery in Contra Costa County prompts public health warning. Council okays plan for housing at former Times building amid calls for more affordable units. Earthquake, 3.8 quake strikes near Brawley, California. Ed Pearl, whose Ash Grove nightclub was at the heart of LA's 60s music scene, dies. Areas hardest hit by COVID-19 slow to get vaccine. We have a lot of work to do to fix this. Teachers, food employees, essential workers cleared for COVID-19 vaccine in San Francisco. Why is LACMA selling Michael Govin's house less than a year after buying it? Biden opposes effort to recall Newsom, White House says. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. U.S. will not accept World Health Organization findings out of Wuhan without independently verifying. Police use water cannons to disperse mob as ultra-Orthodox Jews continue violent resistance to COVID rules in Jerusalem. Family of girl, 12, forced to marry abductor condemn Pakistan authorities. Poland's planned ad tax will eliminate some media, publishers say. Pablo Escobar's hippos must be culled to halt biodiversity disaster, scientists. Twitter says it won't block journalists, activists, and politicians in India to protect free speech. Palestinians granted the right to vote for the first time in 15 years, international observers remain skeptical. No, Mexican president rejects mask wearing after COVID-19 recovery. YouTube removes Punjabi songs related to farmers' protest. YouTube displays a message stating, this content is not available on this country domain due to a legal complaint from the government. Myanmar anti-coup protests resume despite bloodshed. BC's old growth forest nearly eliminated, new province-wide mapping reveals. Harvard professor's paper claiming comfort women in Imperial Japan were voluntarily employed stokes international controversy. China and Russia aggressively targeting Canadians, CSIS director warns. China poses serious strategic threat to Canada, says Canadian spy agency head. China bans Clubhouse app as 1,000 share stories about Xinjiang in Tiananmen Square. The next headlines are from Forbes. Twitter defies Indian government order, says it won't block accounts of flagged journalists, activists, politicians. Dallas Mavericks owner Mark Cuban has instructed team to stop playing national anthem before games. Michigan's top Republican legislator apologizes for calling Capitol riot a hoax. Mark Cuban, Dallas Mavericks will no longer play national anthem at home games, report. Trump reportedly shocked, enraged by Bruce Castor's performance. Poll, both Democrats and Republicans want a COVID relief package, and many think bigger is better. Salesforce says most employees will only be in office 1 to 3 days a week after pandemic. Walgreens exec says 60% of nursing home workers refused COVID-19 vaccine. No idea what he's doing, Trump lawyer Bruce Castor stirs mass confusion for rambling impeachment defense. Biden says he supports $75,000 a year threshold for full $1,400 stimulus checks. The next headlines are from Nature.com. For female giraffes, friends in high places bring towering benefits. The broken promise that undermines human genome research. Coronavirus in 3D, mutation origins and India invests in virology. MRNA vaccine elicited antibodies to SARS-CoV-2 and circulating variants. Test behavioral nudges to boost COVID immunization. Rapid coronavirus tests, a guide for the perplexed. Daily briefing, games to play with fellow researchers. How the arts can help you to craft a successful research career. India must protect the independence of its landmark science agency. 4-in-1, telescopes join forces to spot a dim star in a black hole's clutches. The world population update. Currently, We are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,685,150,584 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Matt Berry goes to Hollywood with BBC's Toast of Tinseltown, the fourth season of BAFTA-winning series. Maoyan looks to strong Chinese New Year holiday box office exclusive. Is the 2021 International Feature Film Shortlist a step forward for an embattled Oscar category? Emmanuel Mireille's love affairs leads Francis César nominations. Britney Spears speaks up for the first time after controversial documentary. Coldplay's Chris Martin hails differently abled Australian singer Emmanuel Kelly head of Red Love collaboration. PBS, Radiolab, lead winners of 2021 Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Awards. Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist team talks tackling systemic racism in tech. Sheila Booth and CAA part ways as actor seeks inpatient treatment following sexual battery lawsuit exclusive. Chita Rivera, Liza Minnelli and Joel Grey remember legendary restaurateur Joe Allen. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Michigan's top Republican calls U.S. Capitol attack a hoax. Facing a reckoning, Wyoming wrestles with the transition from fossil fuels. Is the Biden administration doing enough to boost COVID-19 testing? Capitol riot prompts a reckoning over extremism in the ranks. Is cancel culture the future of the GOP? Aunt Jemima no more, pancake brand renamed Pearl Milling Company. Former Aurora PD officers involved in Elijah McClain photo scandal are still fired. GOP Senator, Trump's lawyers did a terrible job on first day of trial. Does loose enforcement of vaccine eligibility rules encourage line jumping? Senate declares that Trump's impeachment trial is constitutional. The following headlines are from The Week. Trump the phone guy is back. Late night hosts pick highlights from day one of Trump's second impeachment trial, mock lawyer Bruce Castor. Democrats are blowing a big chance to do child benefits right. The GOP's cannot miss dysfunction. It is both right and foolish to try Trump. Trump still hasn't conceded his election loss, but his impeachment lawyer Bruce Castor did, several times. 100-year-old accused Nazi camp guard charged with 3,518 counts of accessory to murder. Biden almost certainly has full access to Trump's secretive calls with Putin, other world leaders. Students fight food insecurity in their community by opening a free grocery store. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. In at the ready, Latinx high schoolers trained to be Border Patrol agents. The next headlines are from Universe Today. A new technique to find cold gas streams that might make up the missing, normal, matter in the universe. Plasma thruster could dramatically cut down flight times to the outer solar system. A new supernova remnant found from an exploding white dwarf star. Emirates Mars mission arrives at the red planet today. If dark matter is made of sterile neutrinos, a new survey has narrowed down what to look for. These are the news headlines for today, Wednesday, February 10th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. UAE's Hope mission is now orbiting Mars. The first sign of intelligent life beyond Earth. Anniversary of mysterious parade of meteors. The next news is from Politico. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Joe Biden's cabinet, who's in, and who voted against them. Ukrainian Prime Minister, Russia using COVID vaccine for influence. Polish media suspend reporting to protest government move. Biden's first 100 days. Inside Republicans' plans for a House takeover. Trump is on trial for inciting an insurrection. What about the 12 people who spoke before him? They need to move quickly. A Texas DACA case could force Congress to move on immigration. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australian Open 2021 live updates. Nick Kyrgios drops third set to Hugo Humbert. Halep defeats Tomljanovic in thriller. Osaka into third round. Many of us have made the same mistakes as Eddie Maguire. We apologize for any hurt. Readings regrets 2018 event with feminist author Julie Bindel. Eddie Maguire to rest from footy media roles for unknown period. Rottnest BART skipper charged over fatal boat crash near Fremantle. Wanderers triumph as bizarre Gestede penalty heaps pressure on victory. Opposition demands answers over why hotel quarantine boss has taken leave. Cabbages get sectioned to the cabbage section. Australian scientists on WHO mission confident COVID-19 originated in China. Djokovic is made to sweat in his living room. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. How inexperienced investors are playing Russian roulette with Bitcoin, according to this analyst. Deep dive, here are analysts' favorite marijuana stocks, which they expect to rise as much as 82% in the next year. Jeff Bezos, Mike Bloomberg and an NBA legend were among America's biggest donors to charity in 2020. Deep dive, 24 bank stocks with dividends of at least 3.57%, 3 times what 10-year treasuries pay. The tell, these Sweet 16 recovery stocks still have upside, according to Raymond James. US and France flex muscles in South China Sea, raising Beijing's ire. Auto Trader, the sporty 2021 Jaguar I-Pace has increased range and it's fun to drive. NerdWallet, the pros and cons of a house versus a condo for first-time buyers. Next Avenue, how to plan a meaningful post-pandemic re-entry. Electricity to power Bitcoin surges to new heights as price gets Tesla boost. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Thrombolytic Science reinforces its IP portfolio with patents in Europe, the Commonwealth of Independent States and Japan, B3C Newswire. China IP Highlights, February 2021, Issue 1, Intellectual Property, China, Mondac News Alerts. China to abolish all types of patent subsidy before 2025, Intellectual Property, China, Mondac News Alerts. Toyota Motor North America continues to lead in R&D patents among automakers. Dallas Innovates, DallasInnovates.com. Clear Exhibits, Abrupt Goodbyes, Life as a Zoom Tour, Law 360. Box score on the new Madison approach to antitrust and patents, IPWatchdog.com. High-performance battery technologies available on the Ocean Tomo Ask TM, Market, Yahoo Finance. Instacart acquires over 250 patents from IBM, PR Newswire. National Academy of Engineering elects UT professor and 3 alumni, UT News, the University of Texas at Austin. Opinion how the Patent and Trademark Office can promote racial justice, The New York Times. The next headlines are from Quartz. Poorer countries copied America's money printing spree, and are paying the price. Trump impeachment, battery battle, can't lawyer. The interior design choices people regret the most in lockdown. Uganda's election is a key moment for the splinternet in Africa. Borders, I6 and 6 Dahanat UAE5 Runoka. The Indian government is backing a homegrown alternative because Twitter won't bend to its will. What India's most controversial edtech entrepreneur would do differently next time. Daily Brief, Suda 6 Toa 62 Pure Taomu Toyota. Black creators, not Elon Musk, deserve credit for popularizing Clubhouse. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Chastity penis lock company that was hacked says it's now totally safe to put your penis back in the chastity lock. Why is Congress pushing for locking up more culture? TechDirt Podcast Episode 269, The Oversight Board starts overseeing Facebook. Section 230 lets tech fix content moderation issues. Congress should respect that. If we're going to talk about discrimination in online ads, we need to talk about roommates.com. Daily Deal, Caption Saver Pro. In the rush to strengthen antitrust law, we could kill useful mergers and acquisitions. Department of Justice drops ridiculous Trump-era lawsuit against California for passing net neutrality rules. Canadian Privacy Commission says Clearview's app is illegal, tells it to pack its things and leave. Appeals court tells lying cop no reasonable officer would think it's okay to tear gas journalists for performing journalism. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Craig Ferguson. Duke basketball. Miami Heat. Aunt Jemima. Amber Alert. Priyanka Chopra. Knicks. Turf toe. Kobe Bryant. Blue Sky Studios. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Mo Salah, dubbed the Messi of Africa as Egyptian king, is hailed by admiring Bayern Munich chief. What are the real dangers of artificial intelligence? RT's boom bust explores. Back in Brussels after disastrous visit to Moscow, Borrell performs about turn, lobbying EU members for more anti-Russia sanctions. China urges Canada to end Cold War mentality and stop unprovoked smear attacks after it claims Beijing is national security threat. Scientists make significant step forward in quest for Parkinson's disease cure. I'm still standin', Elton John and Michael Caine encourage remaining at risk Britons to get COVID-19 vaccine, video. South Africa considers selling or swapping its AstraZeneca vaccine stash over efficacy concerns. Bare-knuckle star Britton Hart explains epic I'm not a person interview after she beat poster girl Van Zandt. Eurospeak, attempt by German-led EU to monopolize European identity and values is fueling animosity and destabilizing continent. Fans attack Arani for using evil drop shots against injured Venus Williams in US Open win. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Telegram rockets to #1 downloaded app in world. Is this the biggest financial bubble ever, Rubino? Hell yes it is. Cyber insecurity, these are the most popular passwords around the world. Senate votes Trump impeachment trial constitutional, 6 Republicans break ranks. Achtung baby, it's cold outside, Germany's green energy fail rescued by Goland gas. Visualizing the UK-EU trade relationship. UK government accused of playing parliamentary skullduggery to block genocide amendment. China injects record amount of loans in January. Accused Oathkeeper denies all charges, claims to be former FBI section chief who's held top secret clearance for decades. Don't impeach Trump, impeach the deep state for its conspiracy to kill the Constitution. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Families angry as hope fades for workers in India glacier tragedy. In pictures, Netherlands deep freeze revives national obsession. Left out by EU, Balkan nations turn to Russia, China for vaccine. Frankly wrong, WHO official derides US intelligence on COVID. Catastrophic, outrage grows over Egypt's new tourist attraction. South Africa scraps rollout of AstraZeneca vaccine. UN urges Somali leaders to urgently reach consensus on polls. Twitter, order to block accounts not consistent with Indian law. Families grieve as Indonesia releases report into plane crash. 2 more killed as Afghan capital reels under near-daily violence. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Joe Biden's Justice Department begins turnover of Trump-appointed U.S. attorneys. CNN's Lemon, if you stand with Trump, I don't want to hear respect police officers from you. ABC News confirms Peter Schweitzer's Biden expose on family corruption involving son-in-law Howard Krein. Psaki, Biden goal is students in school at least 1 day a week in the majority of schools, by day 100. Tom Cotton, Joe Biden is keeping U.S. closed for Americans, leaving border open for illegal aliens. Doctors disappointed after Joe Biden rescinds Trump reform to boost access to opioid addiction help. Album sales surge for country star Morgan Wallen after N-word controversy. Boeing to outsource 600 U.S. tech jobs while expanding production in India. Louisiana GOP, profoundly disappointed in Senator Bill Cassidy's vote in support of impeachment constitutionality. Former FBI Assistant Director, large-scale program needed to de-radicalize Trump's political cult members. The next headlines are from UPI News. Man wins $292,906 lottery jackpot on his 82nd birthday. Watch, police round up herd of cows on Indiana highway. Watch, Zoom mishap turned lawyer into a cat during virtual hearing. Look, white tiger reported on Maryland highway was a lifelike figurine. Watch, dog rescued from frozen Kansas River. Look, woman finds rattlesnake guarding her food delivery. Watch, Chicago man freezes pants to reserve parking spots. Watch, world's longest hockey game players battle extreme cold in Canada. Watch, Texas authorities search for tiger cub spotted in backyard. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Ranked Subway sandwiches from 1-10, Part 2. Ranked Subway sandwiches from 1-10, Part 1. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Update, loud mystery boom recorded in Manchester, UK, and loud, mysterious ground-shaking boom in Tucson, Arizona. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Woman wakes up to find astonishing icicle outside that looks exactly like a hummingbird. Yale is offering its popular happiness course to some high school students for free, including college credit. Wombats hailed as heroes for digging down under, revealing water well during drought. Mississippi City will pay you a monthly stipend and relocation costs to move there. Pakistan sees record drop in terrorism last year, with attacks down 45% compared to 2019. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Wednesday, February 10th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Porn viewing in Florida spiked by 15% after Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl win. Emergency services in Boden, Sweden, responding to a drowning freezing moose. Man arrested after attempting to rob exactly 3 tacos from an Akron Taco Bell. I am not a cat, lawyer using Zoom cat filter tells judge. The forever ponytail, woman shares ordeal after using Gorilla Glue on her hair. Iranian Ayatollah Abbas the prison claims COVID vaccine turns people gay. Man, 79, pleads guilty to placing dead animals on neighbor's gravestone while dressed as woman. A man was killed at a baby shower in Michigan after a celebratory cannon exploded. WSL reports angry Robin Hood traders take aim at the wrong Robin Hood. Louis Vuitton pulls Jamaican sweater from online store after using wrong flag colors. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. This adorable macOS extension names new folders after birds. Meet the company mapping European cities to solve esquitter parking. Hey America, stop buying hybrids, they're bad. India's ShareChat is spicing up its TikTok competitor with AR lenses from Snapchat. How to stop yourself from using the wrong emoji at work. Twitter follows government order to block 500 accounts in India, keeps journalists out of it. Instagram won't recommend Reels with a TikTok logo, and it's unfair. Microsoft Word is testing an even darker dark mode. Spotify is finally testing live lyrics in the US. Which is the most app-friendly US state? Check out the rankings. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Friends matter, giraffes that group with others live longer. Can Super Earth interior dynamics set the table for habitability? Baby vampire bat adopted by mom's best friend. Relaxed precautions, not climate, the biggest factor driving wintertime COVID-19 outbreaks. Poorer mental health smolders after devastating wildfire. The pandemic lockdown leads to cleaner city air across Canada, paper reveals. Astronomers offer possible explanation for elusive dark matter-free galaxies. Researchers uncover hidden hunting tactics of wolves in Minnesota's Northwoods. What's driving brain fog in people with COVID-19? Antiviral proves effective at preventing, treating COVID-19 in lab. The next headlines are from Information Week. What the team-up of Palantir with IBM means for AI and cloud. What's new in IT security? This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Wednesday, February 10th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA awards contract to launch initial elements for lunar outpost. NASA celebrates Black History Month with lessons from African American leaders. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Donovan Mitchell, alternately incendiary and unselfish as hell, carries the Utah Jazz to their 5th straight win. The triple team, this Jazz team is more aggressive this year, and it shows on both ends of the court in win versus Celtics. Utah senator criticized for inappropriate remarks during hearing on race-based hair discrimination. Missing Salt Lake City child located. Moab residents sound off against OHV noise. Lawmakers listen. Advance bill that may silence the vehicles at night. Trump trial gets go-ahead after emotional, graphic first day. Jana Reese, Mormons, submit your COVID-19 stories. Utah officers could soon be required to report every time they point a gun at someone. Here's what we know about the young Utah skiers killed in Saturday's avalanche. Utah Senator Mike Lee says inflammatory comments from Trump not different from some by Democrats. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. The Nintendo Switch can now run Android 10, unofficially. Instagram says its algorithm won't promote Reels that have a TikTok watermark. Cops are playing music while citizens are filming to trigger copyright filters. About half of global wastewater is treated, instead of previous estimate of 20%, study finds. Apple should create crypto exchange and buy Bitcoin, says RBC. Qualcomm unveils the first 10 gigabit 5G modem. AI program claimed to predict COVID-19 death rate with 90% accuracy. Man to pay $34,000 damages over negative trust pilot review. Reddit user claiming to be Tesla insider appeared to reveal Bitcoin by a month ago. The iPhone 12 mini was Apple's 2020 sales flop. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Charges filed against 17-year-old accused of targeting Arnold police with car. Person struck by train and killed in South St. Louis. Fenton woman survives fire at senior's home thanks to quick-thinking security guard. Local landlord says he's gotten a raw deal because of eviction moratorium during COVID crisis. Food giveaway at Metro East Church comes as need for help grows. Car crashes into Ted Drew's on Chippewa the night before reopening. St. Francois County 5-year-old killed in house fire, both parents hospitalized. Chiefs plays coach Britt Reid on administrative leave after crash that injured 5-year-old. Missouri hospitals able to vaccinate thousands during mass vaccination events, plan to keep system in place. Texas teen giving up college savings fund to help mom. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox. San Diego Chargers players, coaches remember leader of men Marty Schottenheimer. Oceanside Elementary students to return to campus after unanimous board vote. Teen arrested in shooting death of 18-year-old at local hotel. County gets $52 in state funds for rental assistance. Supervisors vote down proposal to prioritize law enforcement for COVID vaccine. Search warrant leads to 3-hour standoff, weapon seizure. San Diego U.S. attorney to step down amid Biden transition. County reports 789 COVID-19 cases, 32 deaths as hospitalizations decline. Little League's tractor stolen, facilities vandalized. Oceanside families rally head of school board meeting. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. Iran spy chief says Tehran could seek nuclear arms if cornered by West. Iranian cyber groups spying on dissidents and others of interest to government. Spy in the bag, former detective calls for fresh forensic review to try to unlock mystery. China and espionage, an exercise in world dominance, from India to US. 7 romance movies on Tubi to stream for free this Valentine's Day. Iran hack victims identified. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Belarus to showcase new light armored vehicle at IDEX 2021. Quantum Systems to display its latest drone systems at IDEX 2021. Israel's smart shooter to unveils innovative fire control system at IDEX 2021. U.S. Army prepares to test fire new precision strike missile. DARPA to develop new combat drone with air-to-air capabilities. Arcos delivers the 2000th VT-4 vehicle to the French Army. Oshkosh's JLTV hits historic milestone, 10,000 vehicles. Russian An-12 military aircraft makes hard landing in the Kuril Islands. Jamaica Defense Force to receive 6 Bell 505 helicopters. U.S. Navy wants to buy new special surface craft. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. The Yongzheng Emperor and Christianity in China. Why is China lagging behind in COVID-19 vaccinations? Instead of a desperately needed baby boom, China gets a COVID-19 baby bust. What's so funny, you mention? Beijing lights, I might become schizophrenic, like my mom. Another Tianjin soccer team on the brink. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Volunteer groups work to stop violence against Asian community. California panel urges changes to reduce criminal sentences. Santa Clara County Church is allowed to reopen with restrictions. Kansas City Chiefs plays coach Britt Reid on leave after crash that injured child. Levi's Stadium opens massive COVID-19 vaccination site. San Francisco expands lawsuit against school district. Asian American organizations in Bay Area demand action against violence. White House addresses violent attacks in Oakland's Chinatown. Search for one armed suspect after Fremont police shooting. Britney Spears speaks out following controversial documentary. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Djokovic holds off Schiaffo, Venus hobbles out in Australia. The latest, Osaka cruises into third round at Melbourne Park. Mavs owner Cuban stops playing national anthem at home games. Australian court rules terrorists can be imprisoned longer. Asian stocks advance after Wall Street ends winning streak. Chicago teachers expected to vote by midnight. Pritzker's office says no tax hikes, flat spending in upcoming budget. Vexed by too little supply, Dupeg opening vaccine clinic at the county fairgrounds Wednesday. R. Kelly's trial in New York delayed. After success last year, Mundelein to again offer outdoor dining on Park Street. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Seattle City Attorney Pete Holmes to seek fourth term. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Morocco. Drought is ongoing in Mexico, United States. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.6 m, depth 10 km, in Central East Pacific rise October 2, 2021, 8:22 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green alert for tropical cyclone Faraji 21, population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. Green alert for tropical cyclone 2021, population affected by category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Wednesday, February 10th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Coke launching new bottle size for first time in a decade, made of 100% recycled plastic. Cold front stalled over Houston, Arctic air expected this weekend. Senators to hear opening arguments in Trump impeachment trial. Walgreens resolves outage for COVID-19 vaccine appointment website. Heights man turns to TED and donates washer-dryer replacement to new American family. Baylor St. Luke's hosts COVID-19 vaccine clinic at Texas Southern University. COVID-19 vaccine effect on South African variant raises concerns. Woman charged in connection with crash that killed HCSO sergeant. Week after deputy-involved shooting, fugitive arrested in Heights. Man with assault-style rifle shoots 4 outside Acres Home Seafood Market, HPD says. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Famed medieval Bayeux tapestry goes online, every thread. French government seeks to set age for sexual consent at 15. Senator Warren's pinky promises to be published this fall. Pakistan commutes death sentence for 2 mentally ill convicts. EU top official regrets mistakes over vaccine export gaffe. Explainer, what is Clubhouse, the buzzy new audio chat app? Visit News most Insta-worthy Sea of Flowers this weekend. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. The NYPD wants out of the press credentialing business. Too much coronavirus in the nose can signal your chances of spreading. Extra extra, you're not the only one hitting that pandemic wall. The ploy to convince Republicans to switch parties is rankling the GOP. Missed second doses and unused vaccines from nursing home program will be reallocated elsewhere, Cuomo says. It's Back to the Future with Jersey City's new Automat Kitchen. Former NY1 anchors and reporters who sued over discrimination say they're being punished with Emmy snub. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Here's when and where New York City's 2021 mayoral candidates are speaking next. Early edition, tech volunteers are building better vaccine websites. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Moderate earthquake 5.1 mag, 211 kilometers south by southwest of Bengkulu, Indonesia. Moderate earthquake 5.1 mag has occurred near Bengkulu in Indonesia. Moderate earthquake 5.1 mag strikes near Pamdagatan in Philippines. Minor earthquake 3.4 mag has occurred near Perryville in Alaska. Light earthquake 4.1 mag was detected near Torbati Jamaniran. Moderate earthquake M5 quake has struck near Tucuan in El Salvador. Light earthquake 4.4 mag has occurred near Rodofni in Greece. Light earthquake M4.4 quake has struck near Puerto El Triunfo in El Salvador. Light earthquake M4.4 quake has struck near Hasaki in Japan. Moderate earthquake 5.6 mag, Central East Pacific rise. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Kim is waiting for Joe, but for how long? To prevent another civil war, South Sudan must create a new, unique political system. Labor rights have worsened in India post-lockdown. Forgotten conflicts 2021, when will the crisis in the Central African Republic end? The West versus the Global South, you have the numbers, we have the money. Intellectual property cause of death, genocide. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Elderly man collapses, dies shortly after getting COVID-19 vaccine at Javits Center. Here's everything you need to know as second Trump impeachment trial opens. Ministry of Truth, Facebook to take down posts with false claims about vaccines. The new normal, war on domestic terror. COVID was excuse for CBP to install facial recognition at 76 airports. How private are your financial records? Buffet helped feds investigate DC riots. Americans have never been more dissatisfied with how the country is functioning than they are right now. Don't impeach Trump, impeach the deep state for its conspiracy to kill the Constitution. Hacker tried to poison entire Florida town by raising chemical levels in water supply. Are the new COVID-19 RNA vaccines actually killing and injuring some patients, or are the deaths and injuries just coincidental? The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Trump never conceded he lost, but his impeachment lawyer did. Was a Florida water treatment plant hacked? Trump's lawyers and the Constitution. Was this Britney Spears lyric originally written by Alexander Dumas? Do manatees control their buoyancy by farting? Did President Harding gamble away the White House China? Marjorie Taylor Greene and the death of the public political apology. Fox News leader signs new contract, no pivot planned. Is a woman suing Gorilla Glue after she put it in her hair? Twitter posts strong Q4 results as user base, revenue jumps. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Schumer, Warren miss state student loan debt disparity. McCarthy misleads on state and local revenue. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. These Bose headphones help me stay focused all day long. Biden's Dems have a love fest while the GOP devours itself. Trump's defense, an attorney delivering more of the same crazy talk that got him impeached in the first place. Anti-vaxxers plot new LA protest as conspiracy theory about war criminal dogs spreads. Netflix has nothing to say after 3 men from Cheer arrested for sex crimes against minors. Jamie Raskin and the Democrats exposed Trump and the GOP knows it. Marjorie Taylor Greene replaces Trump as Democrat fundraising outrage fuel. Capitol rioter after rioter, we were provoked by Trump. QAnon is now invading Jeff Bezos' video game app. Willie Nelson on smoking with Snoop Dogg and marathon sex, my life has been pretty good. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Trio trapped on deserted Bahamian island for 33 days survived on coconuts. Elderly woman hit boyfriend with hammer for leaving TV on, cops say. Trump lawyer David Stern blasts impeachment video shown by House Dems. Hong Kong to kill 3,000 pigs amid swine fever concerns. Derrick Rose thinks the world of Knicks rookie Emmanuel quickly. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Mars Madness, a closer look at Jezero crater, Perseverance's landing site. Watch mining the moon for rocket fuel. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. U.S. urges caution and steps up vaccination efforts as variants spread. Frigid temperatures and snowstorms threaten millions across U.S. U.S. races to ramp up vaccine effort amid nationwide shortages. Deadly winter storm system moves east with 100 million inches path. Pharmacies offering COVID-19 vaccines, what you need to know. AstraZeneca COVID vaccine cuts transmission, UK study shows. Johnson & Johnson seeks emergency approval for one-shot COVID vaccine. UAE Hope spacecraft is first of 3 to reach Mars this month. Doctors encourage pregnant women to get COVID-19 vaccine. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Rapper Kodak Black offers to cover tuition costs for kids of 2 gunned down Florida FBI agents. Ye holds commanding lead in mayor's race, new poll. Singapore professor lectures for 2 hours on mute, only realizes at end of class. Unbearable lightness of being, discreet charm of the bourgeoisie screenwriter Jean-Claude Carrière, dead at 89. NFL reporter Terez Paylor dies suddenly at age 37. Chevron oil spill fouls up San Francisco Bay. Explosives go missing from Marine Base in California. Alex Trebek continues assisting charities months after his death. Mank scores 12 Critics' Choice Award nominations, Chadwick Boseman tabbed twice. Quaker Oats reveals Aunt Jemima products replacement name. The following headlines are from military.com. 4-star admiral visited strike group after racist graffiti found on ship. Army War College commandant suspended pending investigation. Army Special Operations School drops 3 logo adopted by extremist group. GOP Air National Guardsmen in Congress, convict Trump and save America. New VA Secretary vows to redouble efforts to help military sexual trauma survivors. Marine Corps changes policy to give new moms 1-year break from fitness, weight rules. U.S. should have used fighter jets, bombers for more strategic strikes against ISIS, report. Army major in Georgia gets 30 years on child porn charge. A hacker tried to poison a Florida city's drinking water. VA's complicated vaccine priority system causes disparities, confusion. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, state administers 58,189 COVID-19 vaccinations, significantly higher than a week ago, as 2,082 new cases and 20 additional deaths reported. Column, Trump's impeachment trial isn't about him, it's about us. For CPS families on both sides of school reopening debate, mistrust and skepticism are high. Why would I believe them now? Off-duty Chicago police officer sued for shooting at two men parked in a car on Northwest Side. As vaccine code sharing persists, Chicago Public Health Commissioner Dr. Allison Arwady warns people do not try to game the system. Republican U.S. Rep. Kinzinger, an outspoken Trump opponent, says he doesn't intend to seek statewide office in 2022. Column, a repeat offender incited violence against Americans. He should be brought to justice for the Capitol attack. Governor J.B. Pritzker won't seek to raise income taxes or overall spending in budget he'll propose to lawmakers next week. The spin, Pritzker won't pitch income tax hike. Kinzinger won't seek statewide office in 2022. Duckworth, Durbin, GOP congressman ask Biden to reconsider dumping U.S. Attorney Lausch. Propane tank heater for homeless people explodes, injuring one and sending smoke billowing up and over Kennedy Expressway. The following headlines are from phys.org. A new way to look for life-sustaining planets. Chinese spacecraft nearing Mars, world second in 2 days. Scientists propose 3-step method to reverse significant reforestation side effect. Dog show, pet pooches play more when humans are watching. German farmers rail against insect protection plans. Cataloging genetic information about yams. Research reveals why plant diversity is so important for bee diversity. You don't need to know nature to love it. Study. Social distancing in the natural world, strategies to detect and avoid disease. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Wednesday, February 10th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Astronauts get sick, too. Here's the tech that could grow medicine on Mars. City squirrels look different. Is evolution driving a color change? People went crazy for almond milk in the Middle Ages. A high-powered attorney suffers from memory loss and slips into a coma. What's going on? Read a science book, learn something new. Check out Mind Thief, Beloved Beasts and 8,000 Ways Denied. 10 Best CBD Creams for Arthritis. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. 2 more bodies found 6 weeks after Norway landslide. Brewer Heineken to cut 8,000 jobs after pandemic losses. EU chief, Block was late, overconfident on vaccine rollout. Independent Polish media blackout coverage to protest tax. Eiffel Tower needs blowtorch for ISIS snow blankets Europe. From rom-coms to murder, Hugh Grant is enjoying the darkness. Merkel, state governors to decide on lockdown extension. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Word Game, February 10th, 2021. Horoscopes February 10th, 2021, Elizabeth Banks, turned 2021 into a stellar year. Bridge, February 10th, 2021. Ask Amy, is something wrong with their brains that they have no compassion? Harriet Cole, I'm no writer, but I think I have a book in me. Miss Manners, my students are rude, and their parents can be worse. Dear Abby, she cut me off over abuse I don't even remember. San Jose passes mandatory $3 an hour pay raise for grocery workers. What we learned about the Warriors during their 4-game trip through Texas. San Jose Sharks blow lead, beat Los Angeles Kings in shootout. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. EU lawmakers okay $815 billion recovery program. Chicago Teachers Union approves deal with nation's 3rd largest school district to return to classroom. Fraternal Order of Police treasurer charged with theft. Louisville Zoo launches webcam for Seal Pup, voting for name. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Minnesota police want a pipeline company to pay for weapons claimed as PPE. Texas and the racist machinery of death. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Pre-COVID subway air polluted from DC to Boston, but New York regions is the worst. Rabies treatment demonstrated as safe and effective for use in children in first pediatric trial. New improved dog reference genome will aid a new generation of investigation. Function identified of mystery protein that kills brain cells of people with Parkinson's. How research on chronic illnesses will improve COVID-19 treatment. Lipid epoxides target pain, inflammatory pathways in neurons. Why black men's prostate cancer may be more responsive to immunotherapy. The chemistry lab inside cells. Discovery of a new law of phase separation. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Apartment building burglarized in West Loop, police. 2 shot, 1 fatally, Tuesday in Chicago. Businesses robbed in Northwest Side neighborhoods. Man in custody after crashing stolen school bus in Grand Crossing. CTU members approve CPS reopening deal, sending tens of thousands of students and teachers back to schools. Man carjacked at gunpoint in Creggan, 2 in custody. Michael O'Brien's high school basketball notebook. Horoscope for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. 2 robbed at gunpoint while shoveling snow in Englewood. Blackhawks reach NHL season's quarter mark with overtime win against Stars. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. State screws up, some St. Louis County residents might have to wait on vaccine. Wheelhouse, start bar to reopen after city agrees to lift year closure order. The Big Top is returning to St. Louis. Donna Vickers is the cook now. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Savage Love, my teenage son is stealing our sex toys. Nuts, cheaters, and Ron DeSantis. Free Will Astrology, February 10th to 16th. Sunday Talking About Stuff show. COVID shooter. 20 sex toys, gadgets, and surprises to make it through Valentine's Day in quarantine. Why some Michigan restaurants are deciding not to reopen for indoor dining. Top 5 strongest pre-workout supplements for energy, focus and more. Nearly 90% of black restaurant workers saw massive decline in tips during the pandemic, study finds. Senator Shirky baselessly claims U.S. Capitol riot was staged by Trump haters, recording shows. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Freezing temps, possibly snow headed for Houston. YQAnon thinks Trump will be inaugurated on March 4th. Streaming concert Watch 2/10, Pearl Jam, The Suffers and more. Houston Texans are dead last in early 2021 NFL Power Rankings. Best crawfish in Houston, we guarantee. AIDS Memorial Quilt on virtual display with AIDS Foundation Houston. In-city COVID-19 update, officials talk FEMA vaccine sites, scary new variants and violent crime. Houston press readers don't cut Deshaun Watson much slack. Keeping the star shining, Red Dwarf requests help to make it through. Mardi Gras in a pandemic, dine in, take out or stay home. The next headlines are about world records making news. Vincent van Gogh drone show breaks world record, AV magazine. This Flow Arts Academy in Chennai is bagging Guinness World Records by the dozen, The Hindu. Indian youth Pawan Vyas sets world record by tying world longest turban, Crosstown News. World's largest, record-breaking calisthenics park opens in Qatar, Doha News. Twin-turbo C8 Corvette with new ECU claims HP world record for vlogger Queen, Auto Evolution. British mum sets buggy 10 kilometers round world record in France, The Connection. DB Group sets world record with 3D newspaper, Print Week India. PVT Hospital in Delhi performs hip ball replacement surgery through smallest incision, eyes world record, The New Indian Express. Joshua Cheptegei opt out of national cross-country event for world record attempt, Koala Sports. First United Bank seeking to break world record through United Acts of Kindness Day, North Texas News. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Twitter blocks hundreds of accounts tied to protests by farmers in India. Up to half of new diabetes cases in US are linked to obesity, study finds. Some Apple TVs are losing the CBS All Access app next month. SpaceX officially opens Starlink pre-orders. Salesforce says the 9-5 workday is dead, work is about more than ping pong tables and snacks. PS5 controllers are drifting, and the repairs are a hassle. Mortified lawyer appears in court as a cat, blames Zoom filter. Apple rolls out fix for MacBook Pro charging issue with latest Big Sur update. Parler, which somehow failed to bribe Trump, facing House investigation of that. This $250 stylus for iPhones and iPads has Mont-Blanc style, but isn't very smart. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Shelburne in South Africa at 135.86 degrees Fahrenheit or 57.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was University WID in Dome Fuji at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. SpaceX Starlink opens pre-orders but slots are limited in each region. WHO team rejects lab origin of coronavirus, focuses on animals, frozen food. macOS Big Sur 1.1.2.1 addresses MacBook Pro charging issues. 0 days under active exploit are keeping Windows users busy. We now have new evidence that Richard III murdered the princes in the tower. Internet service providers step up fight against SpaceX, tell FCC that Starlink will be too slow. Bunches of Amazon Fire tablets are back on sale today. UAE Hope probe successfully reaches Mars, 2 more following shortly. Disney redundancy, Fox CGI animation studio behind Ice Age, Rio 2 shutdown. Android 12 leak appears to show major redesign with color-changing UI. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Democrats set to detail impeachment case against Trump. Impeachment trial day 2, GOP is now the party of terrorism. An accused insurrectionist's posts show clear evidence of Trump's incitement. Donald Trump's rage at his impeachment lawyers was level 8 out of 10. Trump translator says listening to calls with Putin felt like eavesdropping on 2 friends chatting in a bar. 26 words created the internet, but what will it take to save it? Rand Paul's rise as a Donald Trump defender shows just how far the GOP has fallen. Black farmers raise concerns over Biden's pick to head agriculture department. Trump administration's vaccine failure leaves workers unprotected. Here's what makes the GOP so afraid of impeachment. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. The Pentagon finally admits it has an extremism problem in the ranks, but fixing it won't be easy. Trump's own lawyer argues that tired and fed up voters kicked Trump out of office. Will someone please explain what the heck Trump's opening defense was about? GOP senators who backed an extremist Interior Secretary are rejecting Biden's pick. Jamie Raskin's tearful testimony of surviving the insurrection with his family is just gutting. 6 Indigenous artists win $50,000 prizes for creative visions of justice. Democrats open Trump's impeachment trial with the most damning video of a Capitol insurrection yet. Trump's wall feels like if someone got a knife and dragged it across my heart. Live blog, Trump's second impeachment trial begins with damning video of insurrection. Why the second impeachment of Donald Trump is more important than the first. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Technology built in Maryland is part of Perseverance rover headed to Mars, WBAL-TV Baltimore. Was that ET? A new radio signal and the ongoing search for alien life, California. Why are people so dang obsessed with Mars, National Geographic. Julie McDonald commentary, new SeaTac 2 airport located at IPIT, why not, Centralia Chronicle. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. Full text, recent advances on extracellular vesicles in central nervous system Central Intelligence Agency, Dove Medical Press. Full text, does mapping enhance the consolidation of clinically relevant information NSS, Dove Medical Press. Neuromorphic computing market 2021 to 2027 may see a big move. Global players, IBM, Samsung Electronics, Intel Corporation, HRL Laboratories, The Courier. Why people with depression can sometimes experience memory problems, Medical Express. Elevian adds stroke clinical advisory team, PR Newswire. The Guide to IP Arbitration, GAR. People with depression can sometimes experience memory problems, here's why, The Conversation UK. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno@xenomails2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.